The objective of the labor inspection is to further strengthen the implementation of the visitorial and enforcement powers under the Labor Code as renumbered, towards securing a higher level of compliance with labor laws and standards and ensuring continuity and sustainability of compliance at workplaces. For this purpose, the Department of Labor and Employment delegates this function to the regional offices, with the issuance of a list of labor inspectors who are given the authority of conduct inspection, which covers all private establishments, including their branches and workplaces in the regions. The regional offices enforce labor laws and social legislation through the conduct of labor inspection, occupational safety and health investigation, and technical and advisory visit. Special inspections may be conducted as may be deemed necessary. With the provision for mobile devices and gadgets, the DOLE developed an inspection management information system. An important feature of the system is data capture and transmittal from the field in real time, as an electronic checklist is filled up through the use of mobile devices and gadgets. Data are instantly available for viewing and processing to generate reports, statistics, and summons, including real-time monitoring of decent work indicators based on the country's decent work profile. The TAV, or Technical and Advisory Visit, aims to provide assistance to the micro-establishments, or establishments that have 1 to 9 employees, to be sustainable, productive, and competitive. It also aims to transition our micro-establishments to the formal economy that is profitable, while also complying with our labor laws and occupational safety and health standards. There are different ways or modalities to avail TAV. First is the online method. Establishments can enroll in the self-paced technical and advisory modules through our learning management system. For establishments that opted to go with online, they must accomplish the modules within 1 month from the time they registered. Second is on-site. The DOLE regional, field, and provincial offices conduct on-site or face-to-face orientation for the technical and advisory services, wherein micro-establishments are invited to attend. Third is hybrid setup. Establishments can enroll in on-site sessions and attend virtual meetings or webinars using various online platforms like MS Teams, Viber, Skype, Zoom, or Google Meet.
Establishment owners carry a big responsibility to comply with labor laws, including submitting reports and providing documents like payroll records during inspections. But the manual filing process is a major challenge. They need to spend time, money, and effort to fill out forms and deliver them to the DOLE office, often dealing with traffic and delays. Sometimes, there's a long wait just to confirm if the report is accurate and complete. And it's not just employers facing difficulties. DOLE employees also struggle with limited manpower and the time-consuming task of reviewing and processing these reports. The time has come for change. What's required now is a more innovative, streamlined, and efficient process for handling compliance reports. One that will simplify life not just for businesses but also for DOLE employees. Welcome to the DOLE Online Compliance Portal, your all-in-one platform for seamless compliance submissions, designed to make compliance easier and more convenient for establishment owners. Telecommuting reports? Flexible work arrangement submissions? Reporting the 13th month pay? No problem. Even work accident or illness reports and the annual establishment report on wages, everything you need is now in one convenient portal. Plus, the DOLE Online Compliance Portal now includes the latest requirement for reporting movie and television shoots under Department Order 246, Series of 2024. All your compliance needs in one place, quick, secure, and hassle-free. With the DOLE Online Compliance Portal, registering your establishment is a breeze. Our automatic registration system ensures you are instantly compliant with OSH Standard Rule 1020. Once submitted, your certificate of registration is immediately available for download, saving you time and effort. Your establishment has been flagged for non-compliance during labor inspection. Don't worry. Required documents can be submitted quickly and conveniently. And if you're missing certain policies, like a mental health program or OSH program, we've got you covered with downloadable templates. Submit these documents directly through the portal, where DOLE inspectors will review, provide feedback, and keep you on track for compliance. With admin access on the DOLE online compliance portal, the labor inspectors can easily review the submitted reports and documents from the establishments. If further verification is needed, they can schedule an online meeting through Google Meet, all within the portal. This streamlines compliance checks, saving time and making the process more efficient for everyone. It's a smarter, more efficient way to stay compliant and keep your business running smoothly. Welcome to a new era of compliance, simplified, fast, and effective with the DOLE online compliance portal.
Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po. Welcome to the Season 3, Episode 19 of Webinar Wednesday series of the Department of Labor and Employment hosted by the Bureau of Working Conditions. I am Rita Vitalicio and I will be your moderator for today's webinar. Before we begin our webinar, let us start with a prayer.
Aming mapagmahal na Diyos, lumalapit po kami sa inyo ngayon na may pusong puno ng pasasalamat para sa pagkakataong magtipon-tipon sa webinar na ito. Nagpapasalamat kami sa biyaya ng teknolohiya na nagbibigay daan upang kami ay makapag-ugnayan, makapag-aral at lumago kahit na magkakalayo kami. Naway gabayan ninyo po ang bawat tagapagsalita at kalahok upang kami ay makapagbahagi ng mga kaalaman ng makabuluhan at nagbibigay inspirasyon. Tulungan ninyo kaming makinig ng bukas ang isipan at puso, handang matuto mula sa bawat isa. Bigyan ninyo po kami ng kaliwanagan sa kaisipan at kahusayan sa pagpapahayag upang maging makahulugan at may positibong epekto ang aming talakayan. Dalangin namin na ang session na ito ay magtaguyod ng pagkakaunawaan, pagkakaisa, at pagbabahagi ng kaalaman na kapaki-pakinabang para sa lahat. Naway madama namin ang inyong presensya sa aming kalagitnaan na nagtutulak sa isang espiritu na pagkakaisa at respeto. Nagtitiwala po kami sa inyong banal na karunungan upang kami ay gabayan sa anumang pagsubok o hamon na maaari naming harapin sa araw na ito. Sa pagtatapos ng aming pagsasama-sama, naway bitbitin namin ang mga aral na aming natutunan ng may panibagong layunin at dedikasyon. Sa pangalan ni Jesus, kami po ay nananalangin. Amen.
Good afternoon once again, and hello sa ating Facebook Live participants. Sa ating mom and sir, pa-heart react naman po tayo dyan para po alam natin na nakikinig po talaga ang ating live participants. So please share this live stream to your Facebook account and use hashtag Webinar Wednesdays. You may also share this to your colleagues, friends, and families para mas marami po tayo na magkaroon ng bagong kaalaman. For further questions or inquiries, kindly use the comment section at ito po ay sasagutin ng ating resource speaker after the lecture. So kahapon po, June 10, ay ipinagdiwang ng DOLE Bureau of Working Conditions ang ika-76 na anibersaryo nito na may temang 76 years of building safer workplaces, embracing change, enabling growth. Isang pagpupugay sa matatag nitong paninindigan sa pagtataguyod ng karapatan ng mga manggagawa, pagbibigay ng ligtas at marangal na kalagayan sa paggawa, at patuloy na pag-angkop sa nagbabagong mundo ng trabaho sa pamamagitan ng inklusibo at makabuluhang mga pulisiya. At dahil anibersaryo ng aming tanggapan, ngayong Hunyo ay itatampok sa Webinar Wednesdays ang mga programa ng Bureau kasama ang Labor Inspection at Technical Safety Inspection. At para naman sa episode na ito, ang topic natin ay patungkol sa proseso ng labor inspection. Ano nga ba ang layunin ng pagsasagawa nito? Ang kahalagahan ng pagsunod sa mga pantayan ng paggawa. Malalaman po natin yan labor inspection towards cooperative labor standards compliance. Our speaker for today is Labor and Employment Officer 3 from the Bureau of Working Conditions. He is a dedicated and hardworking employee from the Program Management and Technical Support Services Division. Everyone, please help me welcome Mr. Joseph Ivan Rodriguez. Ayan. Before po mag-start si Sir Ivan, I would like to encourage everyone po kung sino man po ang nasa Rizal Park na bisitahin po ninyo ang booth ng ating departamento na nagpo-provide po ng access doon sa mga registrations po on ID certificates po kapag tayo po ay papasok sa trabaho. Meron po doong libreng consultations and yung mga programa po ng DOLE ay meron po tayong mag-a-assist kung may kailangan po tayong assistance. Ayan po. So, ayan. I think ready na po ang ating speaker. Let me again introduce to you our speaker for today. Everyone, please help me welcome Mr. Joseph Ivan Rodriguez.
Okay po. So, good afternoon po sa ating lahat. Pasensya na po sa medyo naantala po yung pagsisimula natin. So, good afternoon po ulit sa ating lahat. So, for today's session po, ang ating topic for today is all about DOLE Labor Inspection towards Cooperative Labor Standards Compliance. So, this session po ay tutulungan tayo na malaman kung paano tayo makakapag-contribute to fair, safe, and productive work workplaces. Also, labor inspection is not just about enforcement. It is a tool for guidance, collaboration, and continuous improvement. So, mag-focus po muna tayo sa labor inspection program here in the Philippines. So, again, this session po ay i-explore natin kung ano nga ba yung labor inspection program dito sa Pilipinas and ano-ano yung mga roles ng employers and workers. And we will also emphasize the power of cooperation, and we will discuss again yung how inspection affects real workplaces. And also, we will introduce the concept of the strategic compliance planning or yung tinatawag nating SCP and how it helps the labor inspectors prioritize actions, use data, and collaborate with stakeholders for better outcomes. Ano-ano nga ba yung purpose ng ating labor inspection program dito sa Pilipinas? So before we proceed dun sa ating purpose, DOLE's labor inspection serves several purposes. Pero ito ay ina-align natin directly doon sa ating Labor and Employment Plan 2023 to 2028. So this Labor and Employment Plan has three key priorities for the next 5 years.
Nawala lang po ang ating speaker. Meron lang pong technical glitch. Ayan. Bubalik na po siya.
Again po, on this slide, we will tackle the purpose of the labor inspection program in the Philippines. So the DOLE's labor inspection program serves as several purposes that aligns directly with the Labor and Employment Plan 2023 to 2028. So this outline has three key priorities for the next 5 years, which is yung first is yung provide a decent job. Second is to ensure respect for the rights of workers. And third, to create a fair and just social protection for all. So the main purpose of the labor inspection program is first, enforcing labor laws ensures workers receive what they are legally entitled to. So katulad ng proper pay, yung safe work environment sa workplaces, and yung mga benefits na dapat matanggap ng ating mga workers. Second is to enforce labor laws on wages, benefits, working hours, OSH, etc. So, and third is advise and assist employers and workers. Yung advising and assisting means yung ating mga labor inspectors will help yung ating mga employers na maintindihan kung ano ba yung mga batas natin na dapat ipatupad sa ating workplaces. Halimbawa na lang nito yung ating mga micro-establishments that are unsure kung paano ba i-compute yung ating holiday pay. So yung ating mga labor inspector ay matutulungan ang ating mga employers kung papaano ba ang tamang pag-compute nito. Next is yung promote prevention of violations through education. So much better na hindi na natin hintayin na magkaroon or ma-determine natin yung ating mga violations. So mas okay na pangunahan na natin ito ng education. So yung ating mga regional offices ay
Ayan. Pasensya na po. Nawawala lang po ang ating speaker. Meron lang pong technical. I think back na po si Sir Ivan. Sir Ivan.
So again, dun sa number 4, promote prevention of violations through education. So much better na pangunahan natin yung ating mga violation. Instead na hintayin nating ma-determine kung ano yung
Hello po. May i-fix lang po kami sa aming technical. Babalik din po kami in a bit. Thank you. And we're back. Salamat po sa paghihintay. Babalik na po ang ating speaker, Sir Ivan.
Okay po, good afternoon po ulit sa ating lahat and welcome back po sa ating webinar Wednesdays. And again po, ang topic po natin ngayon is all about the DOLE Labor Inspection towards Cooperative Labor Standards Compliance. So let's start na po dun sa slide yung ano ba yung mga purpose ng ating labor inspection program dito sa Philippines. So yung DOLE Labor Inspection serves several purposes, but let's not forget that it is directly aligned with the Labor and Employment Plan of 2023 to 2028. So this Labor and Employment Plan has three key priorities for the next 5 years, which is first is yung provide a decent job, second is to ensure respect for the rights of workers, and third, to create a fair and just social protection for all. So yung mga purposes ng ating labor inspection program, first is to enforcing labor laws ensures workers receive what they are legally entitled to. So ito yung mga proper pay for the employees, safe work environments, and benefits na dapat nilang ma-receive. Second is advising and assisting means inspectors also help employers understand the law. So for example, yung isa nating micro establishment ay hindi sure kung paano ba i-compute yung holiday pay ng isang employee. Our labor inspectors will assist you or magbigay ng guidance kung ano ba yung tamang formula or kung paano i-compute yung holiday pay. Third is yung prevention through education is key. So much better na pangunahan natin yung ating violation. So before wag nating hintayin na magkaroon tayo ng violation. Much better na maging knowledgeable tayo sa mga laws or sa mga occupational safety and health standards or labor laws na dapat ipatupad sa ating workplaces. So yung ating mga DOLE regional offices ay bumubuo ng IEC materials para i-spread sa ating mga employers and workers kung ano ba yung mga tamang labor laws and occupational safety and health standards na dapat mayroon sa isang workplaces. So para makita ninyo yung ating mga IEC materials, maaari ninyong i-visit yung ating DOLE website, which is the dole.gov.ph, and the BWC website, bwc.dole.gov.ph. Since marami sa atin ay active na sa social media, so maaari nating i-visit yung ating Facebook page ng BWC, DOLE BWC 1949. Diyan nyo po makikita yung ating mga IEC materials. So very helpful po yung ating mga IEC materials kasi madali na siyang maintindihan and more on graphics na po siya. Fourth is encouraging a culture of compliance and partnership means shifting from a policing mindset to mentoring one. So minsan kasi ang nasa isip natin pag narinig natin yung labor inspection is parang pinopolis na tayo ng DOLE or natatakot tayong papasukin yung ating mga labor inspectors. Pero sa ngayon, dapat alisin na natin yung ganoong mindset, which since ang ating mga labor inspectors ay very approachable and tuturuan nila kayo talaga kung paano kayo makapag-comply sa ating mga labor laws. And lastly, all this contributes to decent work and inclusive economic growth where businesses thrive and workers are protected. So for the main objectives of the labor inspection program, we have two. First is to ensure a high level of compliance with labor laws and occupational safety and health standards. But hindi lang dapat, aside from ensuring na mataas yung compliance natin with the general labor standards, general labor standards and occupational health, safety and health standards, we also want to ensure that the compliance at the workplace is continuous and sustainable. Which means hindi lang during the inspection ay compliance sa establishment. So dapat continuous yon and lifetime na ini-implement na yung pagiging compliant ni establishment. Kasi hindi lang naman one-time check ang dapat gawin eh. So dapat it's about fostering an environment where adherence to labor standards is ongoing
and built into the company culture. So ano ba yung legal basis ng ating labor inspection? So our labor inspection efforts are firmly rooted in the legal framework of the Philippines. On this slide, makikita natin nandyan yung ating Labor Code of the Philippines, which is yan yung primary legal reference natin. We also have the Occupational Safety and Health Standards or yung ating tinatawag na Yellow Book, the Department Order 238 series of 2023 that outlines the rules on the administration and enforcement of labor standards pursuant to the Article 128 of the Labor Code and the Republic Act 11058. Also, nandyan din yung ating Republic Act number 11058, which is safety and health standards. And lastly, yung ating Department Order 252 na series of 2025 that provides revised implementing rules and regulations for the Republic Act number 11058. So next is yung ating labor inspection process. For our labor inspection process, we have 4. First is yung ating pre-inspection process, wherein ito yung information, dissemination, and coordination. Dito, ina-identify ng ating mga regional offices kung ano ba yung mga sectors na dapat i-prioritize sa ating inspection. For example, medyo mataas yung cases ng ating accident sa construction sector. So, yun yung mga na-i-inspect within the year. So, after nilang magkaroon ng pre-inspection process or i-determine kung ano yung mga sectors na dapat i-prioritize, next doon is magkakaroon na ng on-site inspection. So, yung ating mga labor inspectors, dala-dala nila yung kanilang authority to inspect, and syempre may dala silang DOLE ID para ma-confirm na talagang legit or talagang from Department of Labor and Employment talaga sila. So, on-site inspection, it includes the document checks, facility walkthroughs, and interviews. And also, yung ating mga labor inspectors might check yung time records, payslips, or yung other personal protective equipment if ito ay provided sa ating mga workers. Dito din nagkakaroon na ng mga interviews with your employees. So the third is post-inspection reporting. Inspectors give feedback through yung ating Notice of Inspection Result or yung NIR. Dito nakalagay kung compliant ba si establishment or kung ano yung mga findings ni labor inspector. And bibigyan din naman kayo ng kopya nito para ma-ensure din natin yung clarity and transparency. And also, yung copy na yun ay magsaserve as your guide kung paano ninyo kung meron kayong compliance gap, kung paano ninyo ito i-comply. So, after 20 days, if you are given 20 days to period to comply, if non-compliance pa din si establishment, the DOLE may provide technical assistance to help resolve issues. And ang goal naman ng inspection natin is not just punishments, but to improve and syempre yung prevention natin dun sa mga compliance gaps natin. And also, aside from dun sa hihintayin natin yung 20 days na period to comply, may mga instances din na ang ating mga labor inspectors ay kukontakin kayo if you are already compliant na dun sa inyong mga violation. So, meron tayong mga iba't ibang labor inspection interventions. We have labor inspection, occupational safety and health or OSH investigation, and the technical and advisory visit or yung tinatawag nating TAV. So first, doon tayo sa labor inspection. Under the labor inspection, we have the regular inspection wherein ito yung mga routinely na chine-check natin yung ating mga establishments regarding their wages, OSH practices, and working hours. And we also have yung complaint inspections wherein ito ay initiated by the workers. So ito ay itinatawag or inire-report ng ating mga anonymous na mga workers. If ever na ang isang specific establishment ay mayroong violation. So a common case nito is yung possible na involve yung unpaid overtime sa mga retail stores. Yan. And then next is yung occupational safety and health investigation or yung OSH investigation, wherein ito ay nangyayari after the accident or yung or upon the receipt of hazard reports. Like for example, nagkaroon ng chemical spill sa isang planta or nagkaroon ng pagsabog sa isang restaurant. And next is yung technical advisory visits or yung tinatawag nating TAV. Ito ay wherein M is given assistance to be sustainable, productive, and competitive. Also to encourage them to expand in terms of their resources, employees, revenue, and eventually to convert from informal to formal sector. So itong technical and advisory visit, ang main target nitong program na ito ay yung ating mga micro-enterprises. Aside from these 3 labor inspection interventions, we also have the strategic compliance planning or the SCP. It uses data, risk profiling, and partnerships to make interventions more effective and tailored. And lastly, yung labor inspection audit natin, which is to monitor compliance of the DOLE regional offices with overall methods, systems, and processes observed in the labor inspection program. So this labor inspection audit is ginagawa ng Department of Labor and Employment para ma-make sure na yung quality, yung service na nabibigay ng DOLE ay quality, and also yung nakukuha din na data ng ating mga inspectors ay quality din. So next is yung workers' rights and responsibilities. For the workers' rights, we have fair wages and limits on working hours. So dapat tama yung pasahod sa ating mga empleyado kung nasa minimum, pasok ba siya sa minimum wage, and kung pasok din ba siya sa computation ng working hours ng isang employee. And also, second is yung safety and health workspaces. So, isa din ito sa mga rights ng ating mga workers na magkaroon ng safe and healthy workplaces. Kasi mas okay naman na magtrabaho ng maayos and ligtas. And also, yung freedom to organize or freedom of association and protection against retaliation. Aside from the rights of workers, we have responsibilities as a worker. So such as yung follow safety rules and policies, cooperate with inspections, and report violations in good faith. So next, yung ating employers' rights and responsibilities. So for our employers naman, yung rights nila is to fair inspection procedures, receive technical advice and assistance, and be heard in cases of alleged non-compliance. Also, yung receive technical guidance from our experts such as yung ating mga labor inspectors. But aside from their rights, ang ating mga workers ay may responsibilities din, such as yung paying workers properly. For example, yung computation ng ating 13th month pay, dapat tama and on time siyang nabibigay. And also providing a safe environment, such as yung ating mga fire exits or yung kung meron tayong mga machines, yung ating mga machine guards. And third is yung keeping accurate records. So yung ating mga DTRs, payslips, yan. Ano naman ba yung impact ng ating labor inspection? So ang ating labor inspection creates positive ripple effects. Let's start with our employers. So for the businesses, labor inspection ay hindi lang basta-basta compliance ito. They are a proactive tool. So ito ay makakatulong sa ating mga employers to identify their gaps before they become legal or financial liabilities. And also yung um, beyond yung avoiding penalties, syempre yung a compliant workplace improves company reputation and worker retention. So this yung ating maiwasan natin yung ah, mabilis na turnover ng ating mga employees because yung employees are more likely to stay with your company that prioritizes their well-being and adheres to the labor standards. And finally, inspections often offer access to technical support and resources from the Department of Labor and Employment in helping employers understand and implement best practices. So next is yung ating workers. For the workers naman, mas binibigyan nito yung ating mga manggagawa ng kaalaman or ng parang legal protection na magbibigay din sa kanila para ipagtanggol din yung kanilang mga karapatan. Dahil dito, mas mababawasan natin yung mga nangyayaring accidents in our workplaces. And lastly, yung ating economy and society. So dito, mas ma-enhance natin yung productivity through decent work, and also it supports formalization of work arrangement and strengthens industrial peace and inclusive growth. So cooperation in labor standards compliance. So compliance is a shared responsibility. So hindi lang ito trabaho ng gobyerno o ng iisang side or party lamang. So bawat isa, not just yung bawat isa such as yung ating mga employers, workers, and yung ating syempre yung government ay meron ding tungkulin sa pagpapanatili ng mga batas at regulasyon sa paggawa. And labor is most effective when built on trust and cooperation. So hindi dapat natin tinitignan yung labor inspection bilang isang parusa or liability. Sa halip ay ito ay ating tingnan as doon sa pagiging epektibo nito kung kung may tiwala sa pagitan ng ating mga inspector, ng employer at ng mga manggagawa. At kung magtutulungan sila para din makapag-comply yung ating establishment doon kanilang kung ano man yung magiging compliance gap nila. Collective solutions are better than adverse enforcement and tripartism. So yung kolektibong solusyon ay mas mahusay kaysa sa salungat na pagpapatupad. Hindi natin sundin yung ating mga standards ay mas harapin natin ito at susolusyonan natin. So again, doon tayo sa collective solutions are better than adversarial enforcement and tripartism. So mas okay na harapin natin yung ating mga dapat i-comply sa ating mga establishments para naman mas madaling makahanap ng solusyon. At syempre, makikinabang din naman yung both sides, so either workers or employers. And also yung ating tripartism, wherein ang involved dito yung ating government, employer, and yung ating workers. So syempre, ito ay yung tripartism ay susi sa pagkamit ng disenteng trabaho para sa lahat. So ito ay magandang way ng pagtutulungan ng tatlong pangunahing aktor sa labor sector. So next, ito yung ating strategic compliance planning or yung ating SCP approach. Okay. So ang ating SCP, it is a targeted, data-driven approach that uses risk profiling and prioritization to promote compliance through education, assistance, and enforcement. So yung ating SCP represents a smarter, data-informed way to inspect yung ating mga establishments. So it helps DOLE target high-risk sectors like construction or food processing industry. So this tool uses yung ating mga compliance history, accident reports, o yung mga feedback ng ating mga workers para mas ma-design natin ng mabuti yung ating inspection program na makakasave tayo ng time, money, and ng life. So during the crafting of the strategic compliance plan ng ating mga regional offices, tinutulungan nito yung ating mga regional managers to identify kung ano-ano nga ba yung mga sectors na kailangan nilang pagbigyan ng prioridad na mayroong mababang compliance or mayroong issue sa compliance on GLS or OSH. So nandito, mas tinitingnan din ng ating mga regional offices yung risk-based targeting, kung saan nga ba yung may mababang compliance sa ating GLS and OSH, or kung ano yung mga sectors na may mas madalas na aksidenteng nangyayari. And also yung binibigyan din ng prioridad yung issues and concerns na nire-raise ng ating mga employers or ng ating mga workers sa Department of Labor and Employment. Also, tinitingnan din ng ating mga regional offices yung economic activity within their regional areas. So kung for example, yung isang region ay more on agriculture, so yun yung isa sa mas pinibigyan nilang prioridad na i-inspect. And also tinitingnan din nila yung kanilang mga regional development plan. So based on this, nagkakaroon ng parang targeting yung ating mga mga DOLE regional offices. And para mas strengthen yung approach yung SCP approach, ang ating mga regional offices ay nagtatatag or bumubuo ng mga Industrial Tripartite Council or yung ITC sa mga industries na wala pang existing ITC. So for example, in an area walang construction industry tripartite council, bumubuo sila nito wherein ang involved dito yung ating government, yung workers, employers, and other government agencies na mas matututukan natin yung kanilang mga issues and concerns, or kung mas ma-align natin yung ating inspection program doon sa mga nire-raise nilang mga problema. So next is yung ating regional SCPs in action. So yung ating so next slide, regional SCPs in action. We have 5 strengthened ITC partnerships, enhanced program convergence, regulatory collaboration, localized capacity building, and digital compliance systems. So for the strengthened ITC partnerships, katulad nung sinabi ko kanina, na bumubuo yung ating mga regional offices ng mga ITC per industry or per sector, which is yun ay mas makakatulong sa side ng ating mga employers, workers, and pati na rin sa government to align yung ating mga policies based doon sa kanilang mga needs. And also, we have enhanced program convergence wherein yung ating mga regional offices ay nagkakaroon ng one-stop shop na nandoon na yung ating iba't ibang mga government agencies that can provide services to our stakeholders such as yung ating SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, PRC, and other government agencies na nagpo-provide ng services. Regulatory collaboration, dito pumapasok yung partnership ng DOLE with the MGB in terms of the mining sector, for the marina and fishing sector, DPWH in the construction industry, para din i-align yung mga policies ng inspection ng DOLE and ng inspection ng mga other government agencies. Next is yung localized capacity building. Aside from ang DOLE ay nagbibigay ng mga capacity building sa ating mga labor inspectors, ay nagbibigay din ang ating mga regional offices ng libreng capacity building sa ating mga stakeholders. Ang halimbawa na lang dyan ay yung ating Labor Law Academy na matatagpuan ninyo sa Regional Office number 3, Clark, Pampanga. And then lastly, yung digital compliance system. So para din mapadali yung pag-comply ng ating mga ng mga establishments sa kanilang mga compliance gaps, inintroduce ng Department of Labor and Employment ang tinatawag nating Online Compliance Portal or yung OCP, wherein dito na pwedeng mag-register yung ating mga establishments, mag-submit ng kanilang mga compliances, ng mga reports, para maiwasan na rin natin yung pag-travel ng ating mga employers and to save money na din sa kanilang transportation. Also, nag-introduce din ang ating departamento ng tinatawag nating chatbot. So, ang tinatawag natin itong si Leia, Labor and Employment Assistant. So, si Leia ay matatagpuan ninyo sa ating DOLE website, yung dole.gov.ph. Maaari kayong magtanong ng mga tungkol sa wages, sa occupational safety and health standards, and general labor standards. At masasagot ito ni Leia agad-agad. And also yung ating mga regional offices ay gumagawa din ng digitalization initiative para din makatulong sa ating mga employers, such as yung submission ng ating mga construction safety and health program, yung technical safety inspection. Ayan. So, mayroong mga iba't ibang systems na ini-introduce ang Department of Labor and Employment. So, dahil dito sa mga initiative na ito or yung mga ginawang action ng ating mga regional offices, meron tayong mga testimonials from our workers, employers na nagsasabi na yung ating labor inspection or yung ating labor inspection program overall ay nakatulong sa kanila sa pagkakaroon ng ligtas at maginhawang pagtatrabaho at syempre na sumusunod sa ating mga labor standards. So labor inspection is not about policing, it's about partnership. So nabanggit ko ito kanina pero i-emphasize ko lang na labor inspection promotes cooperation among employers, workers, and the government to ensure safe, fair, and compliant workplaces where rights are respected, responsibilities are upheld, and decent work thrives for all. Call to action. So for Alliance pays off, but it builds trust, avoids problems, and boosts morale. For our workers naman, speak up and be aware. You are partners in compliance, not just beneficiaries. And for our guide, educate, and enforce for more resilient workforce and contribute to the goal of creating better So again, uh, a call to action, meron lang tayong mga short reminders for our employers. Compliance pays off. So wag nating isipin na ito ay dagdag burden sa ating sa ating na employers, but it will build trust, avoid problems, and boost. So much better na magsalita tayo or magsumbong kung meron man tayong mga nakikitang or nakikita na hindi tama. And for our government, must serve as enabler, guide, and enforcer. And lastly, together, let us build a safer, more resilient workforce and contribute to the goal of creating and safer workplaces for every Filipino para sa isang bagong Pilipinas na may matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay. Again, good afternoon and thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Ivan, for the thorough and informative discussion about labor inspection towards cooperative labor standards compliance. At maraming salamat din po sa ating mga live participants. Ganun po talaga, no, kapag live, walang cut-cut. Kahit po nagkakaroon ng technical difficulties, kailangan po nating ituloy, lalo na po kapag ganitong online at intermittent ang ating internet connection. Paumanhin po. Pero kahit po may ganong technical difficulties, ituloy lang po natin. Sasagutin naman po ngayon ni Sir Ivan ang inyong mga questions na isinumite sa ating comment sections. First question, Sir Ivan. Paano pinipili ang mga establishmento para sa labor inspection?
So based dun sa ating Department Order number 238, series of 2023 or yung ating labor inspection framework, tinukoy doon na yung DOLE ang mga prioridad na sektor batay sa antas ng panganib sa industriya, kasaysayan ng paglabag at kahinaan ng sektor. So mga priority sectors wherein yung establishments na mayroong panganib sa trabaho, yung mga batang manggagawa, mga proyektong construction, mga barkong rehistrado sa Pilipinas na bumabiyahe sa loob ng bansa, mga bangkang pangisda at mga establishmento sa ilalim ng contracting or subcontracting arrangement. Kasama din dito yung mga kaso na nai-refer sa ilalim ng SENA. Nandyan din yung ating mga anonymous complaint, yung mga kahilingan para sa inspection, at yung iba pang mga establishmento na maaaring tukuyin ng kalihim ng paggawa at empleyo.
Next question po, Sir Ivan. Ano ang mangyayari kung tumanggi ang isang lugar ng trabaho na papasukin ng labor inspector?
So yung pagtanggi sa pagpasok sa lugar ng trabaho ay hindi pagbibigay ng access sa mga record o yung hindi pagpapa-interview sa mga manggagawa habang sinasagawa yung ating inspection ay maaaring magresulta sa pagsasampa ng kasong kriminal laban sa ating employer o sa mga responsible officers kagaya ng manager ng establishment. Ito ay mangyayari kung patuloy ang pagtanggi sa ikalawang pagkakataon o sa mga susunod pang pagkakataon na nais pasukin ng ating mga labor inspector ang nasabing establishmento. And pasok din dito yung hindi pagdalo sa conference upang ipaliwanag yung kadahilanan ng pagtanggi.
Third question, Sir Ivan. Paano makapaghahanda ang mga employer sa labor inspection nang hindi natatakot sa multa o parusa?
So, makapaghanda yung ating mga employers sa pamamagitan ng pag-unawa o yung regular na pagsusuri doon sa mga general labor standards or at sa mga occupational safety and health standards. So, makukuha naman natin yung ating mga labor inspection checklist sa website ng Bureau of Working Conditions or yung bwc.dole.gov.ph. So, maaari silang magsagawa ng self-assessment para malaman nila kung meron ba silang mga violation bago pa yung ating inspection. And second is mahalaga rin yung employment records na organized siya and accessible sa lugar ng paggawa. So itong mga dokumento kasi na to ay basihan ng ating mga inspektor para i-verify kung ano ba kung may mga paglabag ba talaga sa ating labor standards. So kung ito ay maayos, kumpleto at mapepresenta agad habang sinasagawa yung inspection at sa pagsusuri ng mga inspektor ng DOLE ay wala namang paglabag, magiging compliant naman yung ating establishmento. So hindi na magkakaroon ng follow-up submissions or yung mga conferences.
Question number 4. Paano nakakatulong ang SCP sa mga sektor na historically ay may mababang compliance gaya ng agrikultura o konstruksyon?
So yung SCP kasi ay nakatuon sa mga sektor na ito sa pamamagitan ng mga akmang interventions, kagaya ng mga localized OSH at productivity trainings. Meron ding mga isinasagawang awareness campaigns yung ating mga regional offices on compliance gamit yung ating social media accounts and yung proactive na technical and advisory visit.
Question number 5 po. Saan ako pwedeng mag-report kapag may nangyaring aksidente sa kumpanya namin?
Maaari po tayong tumawag or mag-email sa pinakamalapit na tanggapan ng DOLE. Pwede nyo po itong i-visit sa ating DOLE website, dole.gov.ph, or maaari din natin itong i-report yung mga accidents sa ating DOLE chatbot, yung binanggit ko po kanina, na makikita nyo rin sa ating DOLE website. Maaari nyo ding visitahin yung yung DOLE website natin, which is yung dole.gov.ph.
Ayan. Thank you. Thank you po sa lahat ng nag-submit ng questions. Kung mayroon pa po kaming hindi nasagot ngayon, rest assured po na ang aming social media team ay sasagutin ng inyong inquiries later. So, that concludes po our webinar for today. Sana po ay malinaw at naging kapaki-pakinabang po sa inyo ang talakayan tungkol sa labor inspection towards cooperative labor standards compliance. Ang mga tinalakay po natin ay hindi lang patakaran, kundi ito po ay proteksyon sa ating workplace. Ang pagsunod po sa mga pamantayan ng paggawa ay hindi lang para makaiwas sa mga penalties. Tulad po ng nasabi ni Sir Ivan kanina, ito po ay responsibilidad po ng employers na alamin upang manatiling ligtas at malusog po ang ating workplaces. At para naman po sa workers, ito po ay karapatan at isa ring responsibilidad naman po na alamin ang kanilang karapatan na wag po tayong matakot na ipaglaban ang ating karapatan sa isang ligtas at malusog na workplace. Ang Bureau of Working Conditions po ay tuloy-tuloy lamang sa pagbabahagi ng kaalaman at gabay sa mga pamantayan ng paggawa at sa makatarungang pagpapatupad nito. Sa susunod naman po na linggo, ating matutunghayan sa Webinar Wednesdays episode 20 ang Batang Malaya, DOLE's Child Labor Prevention and Elimination Program o CLPEP. Kung may karagdagang katanungan po kayo, itype niyo lamang po sa comment section o magpadala ng email sa ask@bwc.dole.gov.ph. Bukas din po ang DOLE hotline. Pwede po kayong tumawag sa DOLE hotline 1349. And also, please follow our Facebook page po, BWC1949, para maging updated po kayo sa iba't ibang issuances, announcements, and activities na inilalabas ng BWC at DOLE. Muli po, ako po si Rita Vitalicio, your moderator for this program. On behalf of the Bureau of Working Conditions, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng sumubaybay sa ating Webinar Wednesday series at sa mga tumutok po ngayong webinar episode natin. Magkita-kita po ulit tayo sa susunod na episode ng Webinar Wednesdays.
Para sa mga katanungan at karagdagang impormasyon, maaari po tayong tumawag sa DOLE Hotline 1349 o sumuni sa mga DOLE Regional Field Office na nakakasakop sa inyong lugar paggawa.
Thank you.